Up a little bit. When you sort of consider the height of the gas station, which, you know, is obviously quite high, I think we ought to have maybe made the sign a little bit bigger and a little bit higher up because it looks a little bit low at the moment. I'm not very, I'm not very sort of what you would call keen on it as of right now, and you know, I think it just needs a little bit of bug fixing slash improvements, if you like. And I'm slowly but surely, well, kid, I'm slowly but surely getting used to this new Lego Worlds update. They changed a load of like buttons around on the game, like the way you go ahead and use your blocks. You know, the way you place your blocks and that. And it kind of like put me off a bit at first because I was still like obviously pressing. I was still like obviously pressing the old feature, if that makes sense. So I was still doing it the old way rather than the new way, and it was kind of making things. That's going to be annoying. I've just noticed a little error mistake that we've made here. I'll have to sort that out. Yeah, you know, the update kind of messed me about a bit, and it took me a bit of time to get used to it, so I instantly sort of assumed that, oh, you know what, guys, I don't like this update, when typically, you know, Lego Worlds is possibly still just as good as it was last time, you know, before the update. So, you know, it's nice to do that. But anyway, so the reason why I've just done that right there is simply because I want to put a drain pipe in. Now, drain pipes is something that I've not yet done in Lego World, and the reason why I'm changing these to single ones is simply just so I could go ahead and put what we call a drain pipe in. Well, not pipe, but you know, like a lid, what would take you obviously down to the sewers. So we can just go there like that, and it just looks like a little drain thing. I might make it go somewhere eventually. As of right now, I'm not going to do anything as such like that. So we've got our 4 pumps here, looking good, looking fresh. I'm just not too happy with the shop as of right now. The shop for me right now isn't exactly what I like at the moment. And also, there isn't really a lot of space for the car to get to this pump here. So I'm going to go ahead and take this whole entire building down, start the actual spa shop again, give a little more room to people who are maybe necessarily fueling up here, and just, you know, just in general, start again. And, you know, hopefully, hopefully we can make the shop look a little better. I think we can anyway. So guys, I have had a little change around today. Now, I was working today. You guys know that I work and fit TV aerials. However, my dad hasn't been feeling too well this week. He's not been feeling the greatest, and to be honest with you, you know, he's had a bit of a cold and stuff like that. You know, the usual sort of general little illness, you know, you would sort of pick up. And anyway, it turns out that in his sleep last night, it turns out that he had a mini stroke. Now, he's been really weird in his voice today, like you've not been able to understand what he's been saying and what he's been doing. 2 secs, let me just load in a... Just creating a party, guys. Alright, guys. Yeah, so he's not been, sounding too good in his voice, a bit like you can't understand what he's saying. So, my nan being my nan, which, obviously it is obviously expectable. She played the sort of right, we're taking you to the doctors, or we're ringing the doctors up, sort of, whether you like it or not type thing, I'm not having this, you're going to the doctors. So we rang the doctors up, and we just said like, look, he's not been feeling too well, and like he doesn't sound good in his voice, and they just more or less said, right, go up to the hospital, go up to the A&E, and that's exactly what they did, and he's been taken into hospital as of right now. And we just literally had a phone call before I started streaming, just to say that he's got the all clear and he's obviously well enough now to come home. So he's going to be obviously returning. He's going to be returning to us today, which is obviously fantastic news. And I didn't work, so I decided to have a change around. And currently, I live in the smallest bedroom you could ever have. When I say small, like you guys do not understand as of to how small my room actually is. My room is literally the teeniest room you could ever live in. And I used to have my bed near my window a while ago. My room's like a box room, and you've got the door, and then basically opposite the door is the window, and then you've got two little walls, and these two little walls obviously go ahead and sort of like make this little square room. And I changed my bed around, so my bed went across the back wall instead of the wall where the window is. So in other words, let me give you a little demonstration here on Lego Worlds. I think there's a little something that I might be able to do. So let's say this is my room, right? Just as a let me get a little bit of a bigger window here. So this is my room. So at the back of my room, you've got the window. So you've got a nice big long window right here. And then to either side of the window, you've got the walls, right? So let's just use this as walls. So you've got about a 3-gap block, and then you've got the walls what come down here, and obviously create a little mini wall. Then you have got a real minute little section. A real minute section of a wall, and then you've got my door. So we'll put my door in to explain to you guys. So this, for example, would be, let's say, my bedroom door, and then what you would have is you would have a little wall next to the bedroom door, which would come sort of roughly just like this, and then again next to the window, you've maybe got a little block of 3, and then you've got your wall again, which obviously clearly comes back here like this. Right? So this is everything. So currently my bed used to be, before I did let's say the change around today, my bed used to be along what we call the back wall. So if I scroll up to beds, when I get up to house furniture, alright, yeah, so here we are with beds. So currently my bed used to sit along here. Now my bed would actually be longer in real. And then I used to have what we call a TV cabinet, which used to sit, it used to pretty more or less sit among the window. Now the reason why it sat sort of with sort of like underneath the window was simply because we put my TV on the wall, right? So we put my TV obviously on the wall. So I had a little cabinet, a little bit. We'll just use this as a little sort of, you know, as a little example, and it had some speakers on it, and you know, blah blah blah. You know, you get the point. I had a few speakers on it and stuff like that. And then we had my TV. So we'll use this as an example. The TV obviously came up on the wall about here, and then what we used to have is we used to have a little like chest of drawers. It didn't have a light on it, by the way, and it used to sit underneath that had my PlayStation on. And then I had a little rack which went next to that, which just held all my CDs and game cases. However, I decided to have a little change around. So what I actually did was I moved the cabinet, I moved the bed, and wherever the bed has now gone, I think I've got to be further back down again, haven't I? So we moved the bed, and we now have the bed here. So the bed now sits in this corner. The white cabinet, which I was just telling you guys about, if I can find it again, where's it gone? The white cabinet obviously got moved. You know, we might as well just use something else for a cabinet, something like this, and that got moved, and that now sits here, right? So bearing in mind, this room actually is smaller than this. It's not, well, it's not that. It's the furniture's actually a bit more bigger in real life, and the TV stays at the wall, and the cabinet with the light on, which has my PlayStation on in real, just moved to the side a bit. So that was the change that I had. You doing PD today? If people are on, then yes, I'm doing PD today. Which I believe people will be on. So yes, I believe there will be an episode of PD today. PD has been a little bit weird for us lately because we changed the recording times due to Halloween and stuff, because I wanted the people who were in Park Drive to have the time off for Halloween, you know, in case they went trick-or-treating with a brother or a sister, or, you know, had a party planned or had a family meal on that day. You know, some people obviously clearly might do in real. So I said, you know, let's record Park Drive Halloween on the Monday, and then I'll upload it on the Tuesday, which meant we had the Sunday off. So Sunday's Park Drive got recorded on the Saturday, which meant that on the Sunday they still had a day off, you know, like they would have done on the Saturday night. And then Monday we recorded the Tuesday's Park Drive, and then I uploaded it on Tuesday, which was Halloween. So then the people who were if people had plans for Halloween, let's say, then they didn't have to, worry about not making an episode. That way they could still be in the episode, but at the same time they didn't have to particularly worry about. They didn't have to particularly worry about missing out on a Park Drive. You know, they could still be part of the episode and do something for Halloween as well, if they if they had something planned. Oh, I've still made a mistake. Let me just delete these. I keep forgetting about this. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did. And now we're just getting kind of back to normal now, recording on the normal day again. So hopefully Park Drive will go down, and hopefully we will get an episode obviously up and running. But as of the right now, it's just a case of it's just more or less a case of wait and see who comes on. That's all I base Park Drive off. I've just had a message from so yeah, Alright, guys. So yeah, Park Drive will hopefully go ahead. It should do. Depending on, whether we can get the people or not, to put in and to do an episode. That's pretty much all it really boils down to. I don't force people now to do an episode. If people can't make an episode and we don't get one out, then we just don't get one out. Like, preferably I'd like to do them on the days that it is a PD day, but I'm not gonna, sit there and start arguing with people, for the sake of just trying to get an episode out. Or I'm not gonna I'm not gonna make, like, if I've got something planned for an episode and someone can't make that episode, I'm not going to sit there and try and get the episode done just for the sake of putting one out. Like, I'd rather wait. I'd rather the episode look a little bit better than just kind of being like, than just kind of being sort of put up just for the sake of getting an episode out when we don't necessarily, need to get one out as such, you know what I mean? Like, because Park Drive's about making a good episode, not how many episodes we can make. It's not about exactly just always sticking to a limit. Park Drive is just about getting a good episode out, and it's not like Park Drive isn't to say, oh, we've done 200 episodes of it, because it's no good if 200 episodes of Park Drive are absolutely crap. If that makes sense. So, what's the big storylines, right? What are the big storylines right now? Well, as of the right now, it's what you've got right now is you've got Jimmy, who is locked in the cellar by Ethan because he stole from Ethan's house on the moving in when they had a moving in party. The doctor told Noreen the wrong test results, and she never had the illness. So, like, loads of people around Park Drive have kind of been angry with him, and Bill Woods took his anger a little bit further and pushed him off his house balcony. And the doctor, as of now, has now died in hospital. Bill Woods is planning to leave Park Drive, and Bill Woods and Chelsea have admitted their love for each other, so they've admitted that they love each other, and she's deciding to go with Bill Woods to where Bill Woods is going, but she obviously doesn't know what Bill Woods has done, that Bill Woods has pushed someone off of a roof and flooded the doctors. She thinks that he's just nice, sweet Bill, who's been getting his life back on track, and she has no clue that he's been threatening the doctor and playing the bad man to the doctor. And obviously now, because he's pushed the doctor, he doesn't know if the doctor's all right. He doesn't know if the doctor's going to survive. And, all he really knows is that right now he doesn't want to go to prison. So instead of going to prison, which is, kind of what he's obviously been debating doing, obviously came through his mind that if he got caught, then he could go to prison. So he's kind of decided that if he just gets out of the area, it'd be good for him. He doesn't have many friends around the area anyway, and he hasn't obviously been able to sort things out with his kids. So he's just decided to call it a day and, say, blow you, Park Drive. So that's the big storylines as of right now. And then obviously we've got, CJ as the policeman going, Yeah, I'm gonna do that, don't worry. I also mentioned you in an episode as well. I mentioned you on the Halloween episode. I mentioned that you left Noreen a message just to say Happy Halloween, and that you're sorry that you can't be there anymore, or at the moment at least. And but yeah, I want to do that. Can you make it so Sean gets an email from me that I'm increasing the next Yeah, I'll do something like that, definitely. It's just as of right now, Sean's been sort of doing some other stuff at the moment. But I definitely want to do something like that. Um, but yeah, it will be good. It'll give a little bit. It'll give a bit more for Sean because Sean doesn't really get into a lot of massive storylines anyway. Sean's kind of the quiet person. Well, not quiet, but for example, like he hasn't done things, say like, he hasn't been in the storylines, say like what Steve Woods has been in, if that makes sense. He's kind of,
Yo.
your CJ, he's not like, he's kind of like just being the man in the house now and, gets on with people. He had an argument with Jacob Wiggy the other last episode because he had a look in the cellar, or perhaps the episode before he had a look in the cellar, um, and obviously
Yeah, I have my TV loud.
Jacob obviously didn't want him to find what he'd done to Jimmy, so it caused an argument between them. And Sean, says, "What you hiding?" And they had a little bit of a row. But it would definitely, in my opinion, um, be good to go ahead and get something a little more for Sean to take part in because, like you say and like I say, Sean, as of the right now, doesn't doesn't really necessarily take part in anything sort of. Oh yeah, I like that. And then what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna get the light green for Spa. Oh, that's what I hate about this game. That's one thing that I hate. How it'll like just move it above. Like that, you see? Like it wants you to build on top like that. And I'm not even pressing to go up, so Sean could be panicking because the rent has gone up so high. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I could put some other like parts into it. Like I was thinking that maybe he could lend a loan or something, and then maybe he can't pay the loan back, and then maybe like in the future the bailiffs could come and like sort of like, do you know what I mean? Like the bailiffs could come and say like, look, you haven't paid up, we're taking your furniture. Maybe Sean could like eventually lose the house, and it'd be a little something to do. Maybe Sean could like start drinking, trying to gamble to win some money to pay for his rent, and I think that could be a cool idea. Make Sean like go into this sort of, let's say like, money crisis, like go really like, and then kind of like turn people against him, start snapping because he's in a bad mood because he's lost at the bookies, and then people will start like, oh, if you're going to be like that, then I'm not going to be friends with you anymore. And then he can be like, oh, well, don't be then, mate, I don't care anymore. And then, he can just go into the pub and drink himself to death, and it could be a pretty cool thing. I think that could be a. I think you could be onto. I think, personally speaking,
Yo.
you could be onto.
It's Kamishi.
You could be onto. You could be onto a little something there. what I actually approve of as well. I'm just, as of the right now, trying to make this a little better, this shop. Anyway, I know there's not much here to the city, as of right now on Lego Worlds, but, you know, you can always, like, let me know what you think of it. Don't worry, I'm taking this footpath out and I'm extending, to put a car mechanic garage there. I think this will be good for the sign now, actually. Let me just go ahead and...
The West Coast.
Yeah, you see, I kind of like it.
Sounds really good. Oh,
So Sean could end up homeless, living in alleyways. That's a good idea. I think that'd be good. It's a cool. Because to be fair, I'm not gonna lie. Like, since I got rid of Steve Woods, I have kind of been a bit bored. Like, in other words, because Steve Woods was always like threatening someone or getting into a biggish storyline, you know, or causing trouble. Whereas like now he's gone. Like, you know, I don't really do anything kind of fun. So I think, I think you could be onto a winner there. Yeah, you know.
Ash.
Yeah.
You know, for Farming Sim, you know that West Coast map?
Yeah.
It was that Jamie was going on about. You know what rating they've put it to?
No. No, go
5
ahead.
stars. 5 stars, so must be a really good map. It's out on Farming Sim now. I just went on. It's downloading at 90%. And then I've got like loads of mods to update, which I can't really be asked. Seriously? They're all... Oh my god, they're all pending now. Only one that's downloading is West Coast.
And my reason for upping the rent is that I'm a single parent with a child. Yes. But actually,
That's me as well.
while we come on to speak of, you know, these things, I have got a proposition for you. I have got a proposal for you. I want to ask if you want to do something with me. Now, you know, like, you always seem to be good at doing it, so I'm kind of thinking about how would you like to be kind of like the owner of Park Drive with me, in terms of like you can come up with the ideas for storylines as well as me, and you can kind of like help me in terms of that way with you know, do you get me? Like, you can help me like with storyline ideas, maybe help me bring new characters in, maybe like, you know, help me with ideas for the sponsors, you know, if stupid thing. Stop. I wish it wouldn't do that. Look, it just boings back up. Look, again. Hate that. Yeah, that would you know what I mean? Like, so like, instead of like, because, you know, you're kind of done with your character for a while, aren't you? So what I was thinking is maybe you could like, you know, like, I don't know, just help with things, you know, like, you know, like in terms of like what different characters can do, storylines, get new people in. That's of course obviously if you find anyone new to do Part Drive, and kind of just like maybe help with, you know, like promotional things to the show, and you know, just kind of be like a second person to kind of run Part Drive, you know, and just like help me with some of the ideas for like what different characters could do, and you know, stuff like that. And then, you know, we can obviously put all the ideas together and, you know, see what we come up with. But you know, of course, it's obviously up to you. It's just you always come up with some pretty dope ass ideas for storylines. Yeah, alright, what would I be doing? All sorts, really. You know, you can like just, you know, if you have any ideas on like things we can do, you can go ahead and sort of like say like, listen, lot, I've got an idea. If you know you want for Noreen, if you want to do it, with Noreen, that type of thing, and you know, you can just say like, you know, you can go ahead and you know, just help, I guess, in a way, like make Part Drive a bit better. That's, you know. Anyway, that is Spa. That is a Spa shot. I really like it. As a matter of fact, I really, really like it. So far, so good. To come in. But I'm not completely done with my ideas, like, but yeah, it's more just coming up with storyline ideas and, you know, like basic designs for things we can do for the future of Part Drive and stuff like that. And do you know what I mean? Like,
Dun, dun, dun.
so I will just throw ideas at you. Yeah, more or less. And then if you see anybody or you know anybody who might want to join Part Drive, or, you know, do you know what I mean? You can just say to me, look, you know, there's a kid who might want to join Part Drive. You know, like, you know, maybe see what he's like, type thing, and, you know, just sort of, you know, just to try and make Part Drive a little bit more. Because if you think of a real show, it's not just one person what comes up with the ideas. So I kind of think, well, you know, it'd be good if, you know, couple of people came up with the ideas, you know. Maybe like, but it's not also like just coming up with the idea of the storyline. It's kind of like helping that character through the storyline. So say like you say like Sean should go bankrupt. It's also like saying what he should do in the next episode, if that makes sense. So it's also like saying what Sean should do next episode. Like maybe he's done something this episode, and then what does he do next episode, you know, and kind of like give like the characters more of an idea on, you know, like I guess like what to say, if that makes sense. If that makes sense, like helping them through the episodes, like to try and make the episodes more realistic. Like, you know, so it doesn't, you know, making things maybe not happen so quick. And do you know what I mean? Like working on that one storyline and like continuing to work on with it. You know, I don't have messages, so I will message you through Insta. Yeah, that's fine. To be honest, like, I'm on Instagram quite a lot anyway, so. But look at that. I think this looks sick.
What you on? Are you on your...
I'm on Lego
M
World.
yeah,
No,
you're on the...
I'm building a gas station.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, it's just I put the wrong. But yeah, like, you know, it's just coming up with the ideas really. What, you know, help things out.
How do I get to the main road? Wait, where am I? Seriously, where the hell am I? Right, wait, how do I get the... Right, little wood workshop, okay. Fueling that there. Logging forest. How the hell? How the hell do I get in the friggin' city? Seriously.
Yeah,
Think
I'm better at coming up with big stories than the small ones. Yeah, true. You know, we can kind of like come up with some good stuff. I think personally, and think we, I think we would potentially. I think you know that we'd perhaps make a good team.
aha! Here we go. Right, my Ford Transit. Let's go. Yeah, so... No, not too bad. Well, it's British anyway, so... I get...
Just
I'm going trip.
more or less decorating the front of the gas station, really.
Oh
Making
my god,
like,
Ash!
yeah,
You know how in England that you can get like train tracks coming along the road?
yeah.
This map is actually amazing. I've got... Right there.
So
Maybe get
just
outside.
message me if you need help thinking of ideas. Yeah, or even if you have an idea, you know, just drop me a message.
This is actually really amazing. Oh my god, you actually even have little bus stops on the railway, like... What does it say? Riverton. Riverton. I think I'm pronouncing that name up right. Riverton Station. Ooh. I think that is somewhere possibly down south. Riverton Station. Or
Cafe sign.
possibly up
Yeah, we don't want that out there, really.
to the... Go down here.
We don't need a
Oh my god.
barbecue.
There's actually a local
I was trying to find the
shop.
cash machine, actually. There it is.
Aha. Road sign. Oh my god, that is actually amazing. Ash.
Cool. Oi, lad, gotta go. Right. Yeah, I'll bear that in mind to you then. And, yeah.
Who's beeping me? I can do
So,
that too, you know. I'm looking at the... Right, if I want to go to Cobra, I need the 8479. Right, okay. I honestly don't have a clue where that is, but it said turn left. So I am turning
This
black.
shop, look, like the detail outside of this shop is sick. And then we'll maybe just do like make it
What?
like a little deals board, you know, like advertising maybe like, you know, 2 bottles of Coke for £2 type thing.
Oh, that is. Oh, come on! You can't even. Ash, on this map, you can't. There's like a construction site. You can't even get in the diggers. Oh, that is not right.
There we go. That looks sick. I really like this. Look at this. This is the start of something new, guys. This like city project. Looking forward to it now. Definitely,
What?
definitely looking forward to it. I love the Spar shop so far. Like, look at the detail out the front. Like with a newspaper stand, little deal board. Go inside. I know they don't. They actually look sick though. They're like little window covers, and then we can just build like some stuff inside. I don't know how we're gonna light the place up, so don't ask me that way. But I'm sure we'll come up with something. You've got a post box, a litter bin, a little advert board. That looks sick. That way we've got this here. You know, got the gas station sign. We've got the gas station itself. Spar's teamed up with Octon Fuel. Got a little newspaper sign. You know, we're slowly getting there. However, let's see if I can do a lotto sign. That would be good if I could. If I could.
Not bad. Not
Yeah,
bad, this
well,
one.
yeah, I like that. It's not, you know, it's not the best, but it adds the realism to it, let's put it that way. And let's just get a real thin trim of white. Oh, it just
Oh,
means
jeez.
we've got to re-put the Octon sign down, that's all. You know, nothing too. Oh, and also got to redo my my newspaper sign, but that's nothing. We can soon do that. Let's just have a look what's here. Oh, actually, I know it's not potentially a burger place as such, but you know they can do sandwiches here, so we'll have a little sandwich sign on here. You know, just for the pure fact that you can. Oh, there's a water machine there, but I'll more than likely put that inside. Look at this. Do you not think like that this looks sick? Right, we just need our newspaper sign now. Oh yeah, an electric car charger. I might put that near the garage, you know, the bit for the near the garage. I don't know where that newspaper sign is now, but
Ash.
yeah.
West Coast is the brilliant map ever. You know, if you want to go like on a highway or something, and you want to like to get say the A1, and like some like say if you go to London, it'll actually tell you what highway you want to go on. So I just went past the sign there saying Riverton on Sea. It told me to go on the A479. So it actually
Oh yeah.
tells you what
Oh, fair enough.
like thing you want to go on. My doors are open. Oops. What the f— Let's
We'll
go up here.
definitely be using some of this to the full. What about a window? Where was it?
Oh my god, that is actually amazing. Actually brings you out on the highway. That is actually genius. No, just put the foot down. 76 miles per hour. Beautiness. Oh, intersection, so you can go off and have a break if you want the toilet.
That might be
Oh my,
better.
that is actually brilliant. Actually has the labels on if you're going off as a gentleman's toilets and ladies' toilets.
So yeah, when they're open, look. And then when they're shut, the shutter shuts.
Oh, roundabout. Yay.
Apart from it actually goes this way.
Oh, I've gone the wrong way. I went back to Riverton when I need to go on sea. Oh, where's the turning point? Right here. Aha, yeah.
Oh great. It's taken half of my sign out. Yeah, did not really want that. I should have just left it alone, shouldn't I?
What's going on? Has there been some kind of accident or something? Yep, there was a car and a car collided and I just crashed into it. Oh well, I got round. What's this say?
So yeah, guys, there should be a PD today. Let's hope.
Sandy Bay 18 mile, Chellington 27 mile. Actually tells you how far the places are from you. And I just remember this is a dead end. Yep, dead end.
It actually took the R out of my spa.
Right, so where am I? Up the roundabout here. I need to get a wheel though. So where do I go? This road and then keep following on until I get to
Let's
a
do
bridge.
this.
Aha! Until I get a... Ah, right, yeah, until I get a bridge. Turn left and then I'm on the seafront. Okay. Right, so straight over the roundabout into Riverton again. So I was going the right way. That's the thing, Ash. If you haven't been somewhere, you do and half get lost, don't you?
I.
So follow this road up until I get to a bridge. Okay. I just went over a bridge. I don't know if that was actually it. But there was no water under it, which... Do I need to stop for fuel?
There we
No.
go. Now we're back.
Riverton on Street, the A487. Okay.
Alright. We're pretty decent.
Oh, this is me. Jeez.
I like this gas station. Looks ace. Right, so what we need to do now is determine the size of our filling station.
30.
You know, how
39.
wide do we want this thing, etc.
BGA. Not bad. Is it a BGA at all? No, it isn't. Ah, he's lucky I didn't go that there. What's this called? River Meadow Close. Oh my god, that is actually a good name.
I think that'll do for the size.
Right, the gardens are not that big. Okay. Oh Jesus Christ, I wouldn't like to live in that garden.
And 2 secs, guys.
Vehicle shop? Don't have time for you, mate. They say the trains come through, because if they don't, this is shocking. Oh yeah, down on... Oh. Oh my god, that is actually a beach. You can actually knock down the sign. Not go straight through them like on other maps. Wait, have I gone the wrong way? Yeah, it's out this way. Oh, seafront. Wow. Well, you've got a gas station there. You've got a Shell gas station. Oh, that's even not. Oh, zebra crossing. You even got the lights flashing on top. What a brutal map. Brutal. I mean, brilliant. Oh, that is even better. A ramp for the boats to go down. Oh my god, that is genius. First time on this map, and I'm already looking at it, and I think, what if you?
Alright guys, I'm gonna leave the stream here now. Like, subscribe, comment. See you next time.